we're gonna rock being married.
Yes, we are.
Road
I can't
wives,
really
baby.
move that much because this mic. So
My dress is too tight, so that's all I got right there.
gonna get married.
Hey, Tae.
Hey, Maddie.
This is kind of weird because normally we get interviewed, but we're going to be interviewing each other.
Oh, I'm gonna ask you some burning questions,
I'm
baby.
going to zingers right
That's
to
right.
you.
Okay,
Let's go.
I'm ready. Maddie, do you remember the first time we met?
Yes.
I do too.
We were in Dallas.
I remember what we were wearing.
Yeah, you had your cheetah scarf that you loved.
That's
Do you
right.
still have that?
No, I bet maybe my
that
mom
was like your
does.
signature
That
for
was
like
my
4
signature.
years.
With the brown like boots.
Yes, that was like 2010 to 2014.
Yeah.
Your cheetah scarf and your boots were your
And you
thing.
had like a lavender top on with jeans and
Yes.
cowgirl boots.
That like silky
Yeah.
lavender shirt. I should have kept that. That was a cute
That's
shirt.
cute. Yeah.
That was my cowgirl. I always had cowgirl boots on.
Yeah, and
Finally
we
grew out of
bonded
it.
over some chicken fingers, I think.
Yeah, I think were we
And-
like at a Chili's or
We were
something?
at Chili's.
I'm pretty sure that's where we were. And I
it was
do.
love at first sight, baby.
Okay, what was your first impression of me?
My first impression is that you're tiny, 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 and like same height as me, which is rare. I'm 5'3", you're 5'2", so I was like, oh my gosh. Your Texas accent was like very, very prevalent.
It
back
was
then.
very twangy.
What did you think of me?
I just felt like you were super warm and like inviting and just like eager. That's what I remember.
Thanks.
And you just had good tasting clothes too. So I was like, we're gonna be
That's
good
right, we
friends.
can share clothes.
Yeah.
Did you know anything about me before you met me?
Like I knew of you, but I didn't go like stalk you yet. First impression of my voice.
My first
With the
impression.
Texas twang.
My first impression of your voice, definitely Texas twang, and definitely like total Dolly Leanne. Like I could hear your inspirations for sure.
My first impression of your voice, especially in the studio when we started like recording, it was like so emotional. There was like some Christina Aguilera and some Kelly Clarkson in there.
Thanks,
Yeah.
boo. What do you think our biggest difference is when it comes to personality?
I think one of the biggest differences is how we like cope with like stress and stuff.
Process.
We process things so differently.
Yeah, you're a verbal processor.
Yeah.
I'm definitely like internal.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're more organized. I'm
Only because it causes stress that I need to verbalize, which we're trying to avoid.
Yeah.
So,
But we're eerily similar
Yeah.
in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But different enough that we have different perspectives.
I feel like we process things differently. We think differently too. I feel like you see things at a bigger picture more than I do, especially with career. And sometimes I get like, I'm so detail oriented that I like get hung up on details. But yeah, it is weird though, because I feel like sometimes the qualities like switch.
Yeah.
Because there's a day when I feel like, woo, blah, and you're like a little more chill, and then there's
Which
days.
is kind of like a marriage.
Okay, what is it like in the writing room with me?
Being in the writing room with you is, I just never know what the day's gonna be like. I never know. No, in a good way. Shush. But I mean, you do hold out some titles on me, which is fine. I forgive
Yeah.
you. But I just know as soon as somebody starts playing an instrument, you're gonna be right on top of it with a melody. Like,
Yeah.
and I gotta be ready with the harmony. And so
Yeah.
that's what I love. You're just very intuitive and just you ad lib and it's great. You
Like just
experiment.
funky,
Yeah.
yeah.
You just like don't care. You try whatever. You do whatever. You're fearless in a writing room.
I feel like whenever we have like melody and track or whatever, I feel like when we start getting a little left or a little right, you're the one that always is like, no. This is the concept. This is, and like I feel like you're like the center of it. Like
Oh,
you're like you're the membrane. Nerd
Oh
alert!
that's
You
so
are,
sweet.
but then kind of everything kind of revolves around the concept. And I feel like
Thanks.
you always bring it back to like what we're actually trying to say and not getting too distracted.
We work well together.
I know. You're fearless too. You don't hold back, which I love.
I used to not be fearless, but
Yeah, me neither. I used to get so
Yeah,
nervous,
we've
and
come
then
a long way.
So, "Girl in a Country Song,"
Yeah.
very bold, ballsy song, out of the gates.
Now we're lucky if we even get to climb up in your truck, keep our mouths shut right along, and be the girl in a country song.
How do you think that song set us up for the rest of our careers as songwriters, as storytellers, and just our artistry in general?
I think the fact that people heard that song first from us
They're
extremely bold.
They ain't taking
messing
nothing
around.
off of nobody.
Yeah, and I feel like that's just a really good way to come into the game, to be like, this is who we are, we're young, but we don't care, we're going to say it. We might be a little scared, but we're never going to let you see it. And so I think, honestly, it just set us up to be fearless and just like keep kind of pushing the envelope and like getting further and getting a little, just growing up, because people knew us as these two ballsy girls just saying whatever they want to say.
Got to keep our reputation going.
That's right.
I mean, saying crazy
we got
things.
A reputation to
I know.
uphold.
It did inspire me to like never waver. Like, even though there's so many people that were like, hey, write songs that are a little more generic or more relatable or blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no, we're just going to write what we feel is true. I'm really proud of that song. The older I get, the more I'm like, damn, we did that.
Do you think the tide is changing with females in country music?
Sometimes I feel really confident about it, and then sometimes I'm really bummed out. Overall, I mean, a lot of our, especially at country radio, a lot of our friends there are like really supportive and really into like not just female empowerment, but just like giving everyone
overall,
songs opportunities to shine and to have a life and to be heard. But there are times when I see an opportunity come up for a man that was, I could be like, man, we worked really, really hard for that, and it didn't.
Oh yeah.
Because there's just, I don't know.
There's been multiple times where we have almost gotten something and lost it to a male. Who knows what the reason?
I think it's like the best song wins in this industry, and I don't think that's what we're going off of right now, which is such a bummer, because there's so many incredible female songs that need to be heard. But I just want to keep pushing and like
Me too.
fighting the good fight.
I think the fact that we're on tour with Carrie Underwood, and the fact that she didn't know if she was allowed to have two female openers says a lot.
You're Carrie
That
Underwood. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, that she had to ask, is this possible? Is this okay? Is this allowed? So I think that says a lot, but, Has Carrie given you any advice?
I mean, you've kind of said this before, she leads by example.
She does.
And you kind of just watch how she just like goes through everything so gracefully and is so calm. But I remember being in rehearsals for I think it was like CMT Artist of the Year last year, for that big performance of all of us.
Yeah.
And I like got scared that I sang the wrong word or the wrong note or something, and so I kind of like tucked back a little bit. And I remember her being like, if you sing it wrong, be strong. Wrong and strong.
Wrong and strong,
And I was
baby.
like,
I love
and ever
that.
since then, like when I get on stage, I'm like, as long as it looks like I know what I'm doing, then people won't know the difference if I mess up.
Confidence
So
is key.
wrong but strong, yeah.
Who do you wish we could collaborate with?
I think collaborating with Vince Gill would be amazing.
Vince Gill would be awesome.
Leanne Womack. And
Yes,
then I feel
we
like
got to sing with her once. That was awesome.
Johnny Swim would be a cool one too.
Oh yeah.
Like 4-part harmony.
I love
like
that.
do an all a cappella song and just sing. Oh my gosh, that could be so
That
cool.
would be
Let's
awesome.
put it out into the universe.
Yes.
Okay, who would be your dream collaboration?
I'm excited that Meghan Trainor's back with new music.
Yeah.
So honestly, I feel like that would be a good fit. Our personalities, I think, would mesh really
Yes.
well. Vocals. Yeah, Meghan Trainor, I think, would be fun.
Ooh, Lizzo would be awesome.
Lizzo would
I
be
don't know.
so
I mean, all
fun.
the country guys have like Nelly and like all these other rappers. Like,
Yeah.
of course we could have Lizzo. Like, why not?
Right.
So the early days,
Early days.
talking 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
How did we balance that?
I think you and I struggled a little bit because we were best friends. Like,
Yeah.
the root of us are best friends. And
Yeah.
in the beginning, we struggled with, like, okay,
Like, focusing.
now we need to be professional. But
Yeah.
definitely nowadays, we have it under control. We've had it under control probably since year one. But yeah, in the beginning, it was tough because we just wanted to, like, hang out and be best friends and then make music together. But
And then work time. I think for me it was hard going to school and then driving back and forth to Nashville every other weekend. You kind of did it the smart way, doing homeschool and like not being tied to school. But I was glad that I had like a high school experience, but then also was like setting our future up for like something bigger than high school.
do you ever feel like it got, during the hard times a couple years ago, did it get so bad that you wanted to quit?
I feel like I can speak for both of us. Like, whenever the label shut down and we were left with, like, we were trying to make a second record and, like, catch on that momentum, and then it was, like, this whole thing that we built for ourselves was just, like, crashing down in front of us. I feel like for both of us, that was, like, a pivotal moment in our careers. I don't know. What
Definitely.
about what was your thing?
I never thought about going home. I think, well, because as a kid, I mean, I remember being in 3rd grade and I was like, I'm going to live in Tennessee one day. I don't know. I just like had always felt this weird calling and like belonging there in Nashville. But yeah, I don't remember ever wanting to go home. I just remember being like scared, really scared, but like I knew it was gonna happen. I knew we were gonna make it. I just didn't know how.
I know.
Yeah.
I wish that the fear of failure was not like as present in a couple of those moments, because I feel like we would have been like, psh, so what if we fail? Like it takes a ton of failure to be successful.
Yeah.
But like now at 24, I'm like, oh, you kind of gotta fall down to like our whole song Fly explains it. Yeah, golly.
We've come this far, don't you be scared now.
That's weird.
How would you describe our new music?
I would describe it like just extremely raw, very, very vulnerable, very honest.
Mama, can you die from a broken heart?
I think it's definitely more mature.
Yeah.
And I think people are still going to get what hopefully they fell in love with us for.
Yeah.
From the first record, you know, like Wrong Country Song
Like the
was
empowerment and
such
like-
women empowerment, such confidence, but still kind of figuring it all out. It's basically the same record, but now.
Yeah.
And, you know, different sounds, obviously, but I hope people will hear a consistency
Yeah.
and a common thread and know that we're still the same girls.
What do you want everyone to know about the title Everywhere I'm Going?
Everywhere I've been and everywhere I'm going.
It says places you've been, places you're going, places you're at, and so I think with our lives and just like how crazy and busy our lives are, we're constantly on the go, but it's nice to just like be reminded of our home and our fiancés and our family. and
Yes.
staying grounded. That's what Everywhere I'm Going means to me.
Yeah. We've like been 15-year-old girls together, growing into women, balancing like this crazy career that kicked off, and now we're both getting married.
Isn't that
Like,
crazy?
I don't know. I've been sitting here like, what is that I don't know what that chapter looks like for us. Like, it's obviously going to be different because
Yeah.
we're like different in our own ways.
I mean, I definitely couldn't do any of this without you, but definitely
neither.
like I've seen you through lots of seasons. I mean, you and Jonah have been together for basically all of
Yeah.
that, but you know, and you've seen me through heartbreak and love
Yeah.
and all the in between and like questioning myself. So we've seen each other in every single aspect of life. So it's
Right.
really cool to see you like
I know. Don't you
literally
feel
about to get married.
We're
just,
gonna rock being married.
Yes, we are.
Road
I can't
wives,
really
baby.
move that much because it's Mike. So
My dress is too tight, so that's all I got right there. Gonna get married. Don't you feel like we're supposed to have our you-know-what together?
I know,
I'm like,
but we don't. We don't.
I don't think we ever are.
It's our little secret.
I feel like that's like the joke of life. It's like, everyone grow up and be adults and get married and have kids and you have it all figured out. It's like, just kidding, you're not gonna
Pinky
know what
up.
the
Is that how
hell
you're
you're
supposed to
doing
do it? I don't
ever.
know.
Yeah, pinkies up and just keep drinking. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Remember we stop and drink the mimosas.
Yeah, we don't stop and smell the roses anymore. We stop and drink the mimosas. That's how we survive around here.
That's right.
But it is so weird.
It is weird. I love that we get to do it together though.
Yeah.
I would go crazy.
Like figuring out how to like purchase a home and like taxes, like
wedding planning.
yeah, I know. And then like counseling with our fiancés, like
That's
what's
fun.
that? Because we did that kind of around the same time, and
Yep.
it's like, what was it? Like, what did y'all talk about? What did y'all like? Just
Yeah.
it's nice to have someone that kind of is going through. I mean, obviously, it's always going to be different because we're different people, but it's like the seasons of life are so.
It's worked out really well.
I know.
Yeah.
How are we going to be at each other's weddings? I
Well,
have like a
me
lumpy
too.
right here.
Yeah, my eyes are
lumpy
getting watery.
and
Are
my
your eyes getting watery? My eyes
yeah,
are getting
quit looking
watery.
at me. But I'm supposed to be interviewing you, and you're supposed to be.
I think how I'm going to be at your wedding after I get past the ball of tears
I
and
know.
the hot mess. I'm just going to have fun.
I feel
Because
like we're
know
gonna
that's
be
what you
dancing,
want. Like,
yeah.
I'm literally talking about it like it's your funeral.
Yeah.
I know you would want me to have fun. But you would. Like,
Yes.
If, I'm going to cry, obviously, but then
Oh,
you're going to
yeah.
be like, okay,
It's
let's
party
go
time. I think for me at your wedding, like especially the past couple of years,
You're my safe place. You know it too.
But seeing you go from there to there in a matter of couple of years, like, I'm gonna be celebrating like so hard. Like, she got her freaking happy ending, and like has a man that loves her like so hard and fearlessly, and like he's gonna take care of her, and like not in like a like. Everyone always is like, we don't, like, a man doesn't need to take care of you. I'm like, not in that way. Just like a partner that's gonna like fight through life with you and like not give up so easily, like the past relationships, you know. So I'm like, I'm just gonna be celebrating your happy ending, girl. And I'll probably be like,
a little twerking, a little woo, a little twerking.
But I'll keep it here because I know your folks are real classy. My folks are trashy.
This was so much fun.
I know.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited that our record is out.
I know. Deeper dives, baby. Going deeper and deeper every time we release music. The hearts are just
snorkeling.
Open souls, open hearts, fluttering all around. I've got to get some sleep. I'm acting a fool.